What's going on, everybody? Jeff Holiday here. It really pisses me off, and it's probably going to piss you off too. I don't know why, but Bigtree really irritates the shit out of me. This dude is one of the most obnoxious anti-vaxxers I've ever seen. He is one of the worst. Drives me crazy. God damn, I hate this guy. What the fuck?
They're refusing to have a debate. They're refusing to sit down with us.
Why would anybody debate Bigtree? fucking Bigtree. On the matters of biology, medicine, and immunology. Why Del? Like, seriously, Del, you're not a doctor.
The safety that I would want for kids, having taken the Hippocratic Oath of first do no harm, is not happening. The vaccines are not safe the way we're told that they're safe. The injection of these materials has never really been evaluated.
I have been studying vaccines for the past 3 years of my life when it came up in my professional life. And my current opinion about vaccinations is that they have never been safe.
I'm a postdoctoral fellow at the University of British Columbia, and I work in neurosciences and the Department of Medicine. The reason why I got interested into this area is because there is lack of research demonstrating safety.
Now, we are seeing, and we have seen, if you're old enough to have been doing this for a few years, you're seeing this rise of all chronic diseases. Beyond any doubt that the vaccine program that we have in this country, I'm not anti-vaccine, I'm just saying the current schedule is far too aggressive.
We are not anti-aluminium. We absolutely respect the many ways in which aluminium has contributed positively to all of our lives. You have to demonstrate that something is safe first. That has never been necessary for aluminium. It has never been demonstrated that aluminium is safe.
You're all weak. You don't have a good immune system. Without vaccines, you would all be dead. And those people that don't get vaccinated, by God, you're selfish. You're going to spread disease to everyone. Okay, this is psychotic.
I think it's interesting that Washington is declaring a state of emergency over 35 cases of measles, when in the entire United States, no children have died of measles, in the last, 15 years. The last childhood fatality we had was in 2003. So, but what fatalities we have had is we've had fatalities from the actual measles vaccine.
Deaths by vaccines, really? Deaths by vaccine.
The CDC collects data on severe reactions to all vaccines, and they've actually received 449 reports of fatal reactions to the MMR vaccine, with 0 fatalities in children from the measles disease.
You're a liar. You're a liar? These people are fucking lying to you. Like, that's what I do. That's literally what I do.
To use martial law and force us into compliance. No! You know what that means? It doesn't mean we're winning, folks. It means we have won.
Okay, first of all, nobody's forcing anybody to get vaccinated, and instead, it's just you have more consequences if you don't want to get vaccinated. That's not forcing anything. Nobody's forcing anybody to get vaccinated, and instead, it's just you have more consequences if you don't want to get vaccinated. That's not forcing anything. You have more consequences if you don't want to get vaccinated. That's not forcing anything. That's not forcing anything.
Political officials, SWAT teams kicking in doors over fevers.
Literally never happened.
SWAT teams kicking in doors over fevers.
Literally never happened. 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 You're a liar.
We only have one capture system in America for vaccine injury. It's called the Vaccine Adverse Events Reporting System.
That's right, VAERS. I've spoken about it at length many times. Just because somebody reports something in VAERS does not mean that it was actually confirmed. Deaths by vaccines, really? Deaths by vaccine.
And that's where they told us that she passed away. They couldn't get her back.
Now, let me ask you something. What is more likely? Is it more likely that people will utilize a open reporting system to basically claim vaccines did anything that's going to cost them money or inconvenience? Or there's a massive government move to try and suppress the truth of how all of this works? That all of the tens upon tens of thousands of scientists and researchers working all the time, around the clock, are all paid off by this massive global Illuminati conspiracy to suppress the truth.
CDC and HHS said, please investigate the VAERS system and tell us how accurate it is. And Harvard reported that VAERS system is capturing less than 1% of the total amount of injuries in America.
But hey, yet again, it's one big fuck-off lie. Every single bit of it. Every single one. The whole concept that only 1% of serious vaccine reactions are reported to VAERS, not true. And it's never been true at all. That comes from an old study that was talking about drug reactions. That's it. None of this was just broad stroke, only 1% of everything that's being reported to VAERS. No, none of that is real. It's all make-believe bullshit. That comes from an old study that was talking about drug reactions. That's it. None of this was just broad stroke, only 1% of everything that's being reported to VAERS. No, none of that is real. It's all make-believe bullshit. But hey, yet again, it's one big fuck-off lie. Remember how I was saying that you're a liar? But hey, yet again, it's one big fuck-off lie. Deaths by vaccines, really? Deaths by vaccine. No, none of that is real. It's all make-believe bullshit.
In the United States of America, more babies die on the first day of life than every other industrialized nation combined.
Yeah, but you see, there's a problem with that. Remember how I was saying that you're a liar? Well, we have to look at where your source comes from. See, that's from 2013. And over the past 10 years, the infant mortality rate in the United States has been getting better, improving by well over 15%.
In the United States of America, more babies die on the first day of life than every other industrialized nation.
Remember how I was saying that you're a liar? Remember how I was saying that you're a liar? But hey, yet again, it's one big fuck-off lie. And as far as the argument that this is going to be tied to vaccines, well, if that was the case, why is it then that Canada, Australia, damn near every westernized European country, as well as China and Russia, all have higher vaccination rates than the United States does? But hey, yet again, it's one big fuck-off lie. Remember how I was saying that you're a liar? He's starting to get a little full of himself.
That not a single childhood vaccine has ever been through a double-blind, inert placebo study. Not one!
I still really hate how they always bring up this argument. Why in the world would you want to subject people to that type of methodology for testing? Are you serious? This is a very common tactic that anti-vaxxers will try and spring on you. They're like, why is there not double-blind safety studies about vaccines? Well, first of all, there are on more newer, recent vaccines and in very specific circumstances. But the reason why we don't do them now, especially for ones that are established, things like for measles, mumps, rubella, pertussis, etc., is because the very idea of it is incredibly unethical. Incredibly unethical. Incredibly unethical. It means that you would have two groups, and neither group knows which one has the actual vaccine or not. And then you go and you vaccinate young children, and then you just wait a while and see who possibly contracts a virus or not. That means that whoever it is that you are vaccinating, but they don't actually get vaccinated, you are directly putting them in harm's way. That is their big gotcha. Gotcha science. Why haven't you put children in harm's way? We do it all the time. Why is there not double-blind safety studies about vaccines and see who possibly contracts a virus or not?
You're talking about an efficacy study. I'm talking about safety. Efficacy would put them in front of the disease to see if it worked. We're just saying, does this vaccine hurt you or not? You don't have to come in contact with the disease at all. Let me just correct that. In order to do a safety study on a vaccine, you don't have to put them in, in a room full of measles or anything like that. You just need to run them through their regular day life, and we follow them for like 5 to 10 years, these two groups, and we see who has higher rates of cancer, who are born with birth defects, who ends up having autoimmune disease. They don't do it. But you are right, they do say it's unethical.
Incredibly unethical. Incredibly unethical.
I want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. We're talking about a safety study, not an efficacy study. If we were doing an efficacy study using a placebo, yes, you'd have to put them in a room with rubella or put them in a room with measles to see if the vaccine actually stopped it. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying, does this vaccine safe to put in your body? That doesn't need you to put you in contact with the actual disease.
But hey, yet again, it's one big fuck-off lie. It's adults too, because this outbreak keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And why? Anti-vaxxers. Hell, even the tech giant Google is having a run-in with measles after it was reported yesterday that an employee may have infected damn near everybody in one of their main office buildings with measles. That's fun. But hey, yet again, it's one big fuck-off lie. Every single bit of it. Every single one. The whole concept, you're a liar. You're a liar. Remember how I was saying that you're a liar? These people are fucking lying to you. Like, that's what I do. That's literally what I do.